Hello and welcome to the No Balls podcast. I'm your host, Patrick McDonald, with me, co-host Sheldon Kaufman. Today, we're recapping the NBA season, all 82 games for all 30 teams. We're going to tell you the leading score for every team in every game, uh, especially the March games. We're going to analyze all of those very intently. On a real note, we're going to be looking back at our predictions at the start of the season. We're going to talk about the playoffs. We got the play-in starting tomorrow, and I think that's where we're going to start today. The play-in is official. We have the Hornets against the Miami Heat, the Orlando Magic against the Philadelphia 76ers. That's the 7-8 game. The Hornets and Heat are the 9-10 game. On the west side, we have the Suns and the Blazers for the 7-8 game, and then the Clippers and the Warriors in the 9-10 game. Where do we want to start with this? And we will give ourselves rough first round predictions as well.
I'll start with one of the bigger storylines that I've seen recently, and that's that Joel Embiid's going to be out for the first play-in game, which I think is huge for the 76ers team. With Joel Embiid, they look like a top 7 team in the East. They're very competitive against top-tier teams, and they're really good, and they blow teams out. Without him, it's a different story, and now you're going to have to go in against an Orlando team who is very big, very physical, and you're missing your dominant center. While Embiid definitely is a lot different from in the years past, like just like stability wise, as we've seen. Still, him not being out there is a huge blow against a healthy Magic roster. And despite all of the Magic's flaws, I think not having Embiid is going to be pretty big for the 76ers. Like we'll see is like how much is Edgecombe now going to have to step up to play that supporting role for Maxi? And is this a situation where Embiid can come back and they just are gonna have to be picked? Like, what are our initial thoughts on this?
Um, See, this is actually so much more of an important 7-8 game than we're used to because both teams are awaiting the Charlotte Hornets,
Mm,
barring them beating the Miami Heat, which I will predict the Hornets are going to beat the Miami Heat. Um, I really think it's a toss-up between the two teams, and I'm gonna lean Orlando with Embiid being out. Franz Wagner's back, but he does not look healthy at all out there on the floor. Like he looks very stiff compared to normal. Doesn't look like he trusts the knee yet. Uh, Now, if there's anything that is unbeatable, it is the I guess beatable. It is the power of the Orlando Magic's terrible team chemistry. Uh, yeah, it just seems terrible. They're like very not together as a unit, and I don't know. I could see them losing, but I'm just gonna barely give them the edge, seeing as Embiid's out. I kind of think that was Philly's ace card, and they're not gonna have that now. The downside of Philly losing is OKC would get their pick um in the lottery. So let's hope Philly, pulls it away for us, and the Grizzlies get an extra lottery pick, seeing as they have the Magic's pick.
I see what you're saying now about the Hornets. That is tough. That's a tough draw. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that makes things a lot more important. Raises the stakes. Um, Man, it would be fun to see him beat in the back in the playoffs, especially with Maxi leading this team. So it's just unfortunate to see. And especially like how disappointing the Magic have been. Like even if they beat the 76ers, like is this going to be a situation like when last year they got 4-1 and it wasn't really close except for one game. I don't know.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are just like, this has been a fucking season of hell for them, and just, I guess the playoffs would be good, but like, would you rather lose a close play-in game or like get absolutely destroyed in a 7-game series or a 4-game series by the
Yeah.
Pistons on your season?
Yeah, I think for maybe the 76ers, they have something more to play for just because they don't get their pick if they're out, right?
Orlando doesn't either.
Wow. I mean, yeah. So I mean, they're probably gonna leave it all out on the floor because there's no point in losing like for a better pick. But I get what you're saying. I think if there was a pick on the line, I would definitely rather lose in the close playing game.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, let's go to the West, Pat, and I guess we can start with that 9-10 matchup. Clippers Warriors. Um, I'm more talking about the Clippers. If they get a healthy Kawhi, I have them winning 2 games in this play-in. Um, Now it's going to be tough. I don't know, Pat. In the Suns Trailblazers matchup, I do lean the Suns. The Trailblazers are like fully healthy now, which we haven't seen for a while. Jeremy Grant has been playing a little bit here and there. Shaden Sharp, who's a huge piece for them too. Um, but man, the Suns team is just, I think it's too good. Um, I think that like they can beat you in so many ways, and yes, they have the closer in Devin Booker, which I think was is huge for like late game scenarios. But I think like I mean this team can outshoot you and out defend you, and they can outshoot you just by simply shooting way more threes than you, and probably missing a lot. But that's just Phoenix Suns basketball. So I mean, it's going to be interesting if you get a Trailblazers Sun. If the Trailblazers or the Suns play the Clippers, I think it's going to be a tough game for the Clippers. But I think it's going to be fun to watch Garland, Matherin, and Kawhi. And I think Kawhi can win you 2 games just on his own. It's kind of what we've seen from the Clippers this season. So that was just kind of my Clippers tangent. Was on them last year. Definitely don't have them going as far as I did last year, but I could see a nice little play-in run from them because I don't know about you, Pat, but even if you have a healthy Steph Curry, I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, I'm like I don't think the Warriors might get destroyed. Like absolutely manhandled in the 9-10 playing game because I think the Clippers are actually pretty decent. Like I believe they finished the season 35-17. It's not like oh they finished March well. Like they were a very good team for half of the season after like the most disastrous start to the season of all time. Well, Clippers probably have a couple of contenders for that, I would assume. But like it was very disastrous at one point, and they got it together. Winning 2 games in the play-ins tough. Um, I did see though that Jalen Green is healthy, so that does help the Clippers' chances. Um, because and it's not even so much like Jalen Green hate. It's like they'll now be benching Colin Gillespie, who like has been key for them, and like I
What a
don't know.
turnaround year for Gillespie, man. Quick shout out.
We loved Gillespie going into the year too. It's like one thing that we both got right is that we were like, dang, Suns low-key got some good guards.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gillespie was awesome. And then they have that early Grizzlies swag with Dylan Brooks and Grayson Allen on the squad. It just the Suns are a fun team. I don't think and this can transition forward to like the first round. Do we think any of these play-in teams can like do anything in the playoffs against the Spurs or the Thunder?
I think if the Suns get the Thunder, we could see a fun little series. I think the Thunder win for sure, but I do think we get exciting storylines. Dylan Brooks going up against refs that are calling ticky tack fouls is always going to be interesting. Um, can the Suns steal a couple games? Possibly. I don't think any of these teams have a chance to win a playoff series. Um,
Yeah, not at all.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if this is getting a little too far ahead, but I mean, I'm seeing chalk pretty much across the board. Like when I'm looking at it, I these higher seeds are gonna be looking good. In my opinion, they have some favorable matchups. I mean, Pat, the bottom is just weak this year. Pause. The bottom is weak in the East. I think the top teams in the East like clear the lower teams in the West or in the East. There's a definite tier break there, and then the West, the top teams are just so good that it's hard to beat them just because of like how historically good they are. It's not because if the Suns aren't bad. Suns are not a bad team. The Trailblazers are not a bad team. The Clippers are not a bad team, but they just still don't even stand a chance. Like I said, I really don't think any of these teams have a chance. I think that they can win a couple games. Um, the Hornets probably have the best chance. I would say. I would say if I was looking at a legitimate team, maybe the Hornets. But I also could see them having like a Pistons type run where they very exciting. They might beat the Knicks. They might win a playoff series. They end up falling short and then build off it next year.
Yeah, the tough thing for the Hornets too is that like they have to face the Pistons, otherwise they don't make the playoffs too, and they have to go through two elimination games against like a Heat team, which like obviously I don't think the Heat are good, but they face Eric Spoelstra in a playoff setting. Like that is kind of the way to see like if this team's legit. Like if they blow out the Heat, they're pretty legit, I think, because Eric Spoelstra didn't have answers for them. Who Heat fans for some reason are turning on Spoelstra, which is insane in my opinion. The only coach. Yeah, they have no idea. They have no idea. Also, did you see the thing said that uh there would be 8 to 12 coaching turnovers this offseason?
Damn, it's crazy.
We we can try to count those down after the episode or at the end of the episode,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's that much, but we'll see. Um But to my point on the Hornets, they do have to win multiple elimination games, and then they're worn down facing the Pistons. Now, do I think they're by far the best like 5 through 6 seed in or 5 through 9 or 5 through 10 seed in the league? Yes, like by far, unless somebody in the West is lower than I think. Maybe Minnesota competes with them, but still, like I think the Hornets are the best 5 through 10 seed. Is that ridiculous, or would you take Houston still?
Uh, I don't know. Houston still has a big question mark. I think they got a huge break with their playoff matchup and something that we talked about last week, which is a dream scenario for them, and it happened. Um, so I don't know. I guess I would lean Hornets still. I'm gonna go off recency bias. He's been good. They've been good. They've been damn good. Con and Steph or Con and Lamelo, the first two teammates to hit 273s in a season since Steph and Clay. This team has legit scoring options because not only that, then you have Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges running at you at the rim with Diabate ready to clean everything up. Kobe White coming off the bench. I think I talk about this every time we mention the Hornets, how big he's been. Uh, yeah, I mean, as a Wizards fan, it sucks because of the big beef that we had in the off season. But I'm looking at this Hornets team like it's going to be a fun team and maybe a team that I'll be turning on a lot against this Pistons team. Who, I mean, Cade's been. I don't really, honestly, I haven't been that tuned into the Cade performances because I think his first game was against the Bucks. I'm not watching that.
Free. Free win. You didn't want to watch Cormac what's his name? Ryan Cormac. There we go. That's his name.
Didn't he have
You
a?
didn't watch him? He had like 9 threes in like no, maybe
Oh
not
yeah,
9. He
yeah,
had like 5 threes
yeah. They
in
were
multiple games.
saying step over AJ
Move
Green.
aside AJ Green, Ryan Cormac.
AJ Green had like a 35 ball like the other night of
Should
11
we
threes.
should we pour one out to Doc while we're talking about the Bucks for the one time until
Man,
um
what a career for Doc in Milwaukee. Um, taking shots at Shams, taking shot like this man was off his rocker. Just they should have never fired the first guy. I mean, they were doing so good without him. They bring in uh they bring in Doc and just everything kind of goes to shit. I feel like the locker room got a lot worse. Um, there was just nothing really going on there. He was not
nothing.
cooking. I think this still leaves a bunch of question for about Giannis, of course. Um, but I think that's a conversation for the off season. Yeah, shout out Doc. Not really for anything, but you're a funny guy. I guess is the best way for me to put it.
Glad that career happened. And I think it's even more awesome that he got inducted into the Hall of Fame during like the worst like year of his coaching career, probably. Um, awesome that happened.
Man, if he's ever
Oh,
with Paul Pierce or Ray Allen or Kevin Garnett, they should never pay for a drink around him because they carried his ass.
he's got to pick that check up for them. I mean, shit, with the amount of buyouts he's probably gotten from like the Clippers and the Sixers and now the Bucks, like he probably has more career earnings than Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. It's probably pretty close. Um, we can now transition to like the playoff matchups. Are we? I mean, we're picking the 1 and 2 seeds to beat the play-in teams. I guess we could talk about Pistons, Hornets slash 76ers. I mean, do you think the 76ers or the Magic have a chance if they end up there?
If you get Embiid back, you're going up against the Celtics. Who got the 1 seed? Who finished with the 1 seed?
The Pistons,
Pistons. Oh, and the 2 seeder is the Celtics.
yes.
Magic are fucked if they get Boston.
They're so
Magic
good.
are fucked if they get
I
Boston.
I think they're cooked regardless.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I mean, Philadelphia could with Embiid, I guess, but I think Boston's too fast paced and they spread the floor out too much to be for them to like win in a 7 game series. So yeah, I think Orlando is kind of screwed. I don't know what happened to that team. It really sucks. Really
Yeah,
sucks.
I mean,
I
their
consider.
best
I mean,
players.
friggin' Orlando lost. I mean, I know it was the last game of the season, but Orlando was playing all their starters and lost to the Celtics, who were not playing any starters, and they lost on a Luca Garza like
Three-pointer.
0.5 second pool with 21 left on the shot clock. I mean, man, that's how you know the season's over.
Yeah, like it just wasn't meant to be at that point. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
everybody talks about Embiid, Paul George, and Maxey never playing together, but I think Suggs, Paolo, and Franz probably have them beat. I could pull up like the minutes totals over the last 2 years, but like it's probably a little too depressing to look at.
Yeah, this is like when Brooklyn had KD, James Harden, and Kyrie, and they never played together. Except these guys are definitely not on the level as KD, Kyrie, and James Harden.
Yeah, yeah, I agree for sure. I think a Hornets Pistons series could be weird if like the Hornets get hot, but I don't think they have enough to win a series against Detroit. And I also don't know if they're gonna have enough like defensive rise to knock out a Pistons team. I mean, they could have half court offense problems, but I don't think I would even really consider taking the Hornets in that series. But like, I don't know, they've been so good that you do have to respect it a little bit. Is that kind of the same mindset that you give it?
Yeah, you don't let this team get hot. If you're Detroit, you got to take care of business early, especially in those first 2 games. Um, like the biggest thing is if Cade is at least doing something, I think they're chilling. If Cade takes a backseat a couple games, I mean it's a lot of what ifs. I'm going Pistons for sure. Let me make a long tail short.
I agree. Now we can go to the 4-5s, which is Cleveland versus Toronto. Um, how do I say this nicely? I think Toronto sucks. Like actually, like um, in a playoff series, I don't know if they're gonna have a functional offense. They kind of need to bench Jakob Poeltl, like he's their third best center behind CMB and Mamu, and
Damn.
they're gonna probably feel entitled to start Jakob.
Yeah.
So I I don't know. Like if Darko Rajakovic makes those changes, they might be able to take a game or two, but like Scotty Barnes is their best defensive player. Scotty Barnes is awesome. We'll talk about him a little bit more in like the awards section here, but um, he's awesome, but he's not going to be able to guard both Donovan Mitchell and James Harden at the same time. You might have Emmanuel quickly be trying to do that, or RJ Barrett trying to do that, or Brennan Ingram trying to do that. Like, that's going to be terrible. And Cleveland plays double big. So are you going to have Ingram guarding a big? Like, that's going to be really bad because if CMB's playing, he can guard one of the bigs. If Scotty's guarding one of Harden or Donovan Mitchell, but I think they're kind of entitled to not put Scotty Barnes on one of Harden or Donovan Mitchell, not only because it's the best thing to do strategically to have him off ball to help, but because like you can't guard those bigs with Emmanuel Quickly or Brendan Ingram. It's such a bad matchup for them. And I know they beat them in the regular season, but yeah, I don't really see how that works. And even if you want to argue about Cleveland's defense, I don't think Toronto has the offensive pieces to attack James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. Like, a Brandon Ingram mid-range pull-up jump shot is only going to be so efficient, depending on what matchup you get against. You know, that's their matchup hunting guy.
Yeah. Sorry, little blank. I'm rocking with the Cavs, Pat. I think I made that pretty evident.
Me
Like
too.
like recently. I love what they're doing offensively. The team's really coming together, and Jared Allen, like we've seen flashes of him being like a legit. I don't know if third option is the right word to say, but maybe like a third scorer for them. Like he can put up 20 and 10 or 15 and 10, and it's allowed 15 and 10. Like James Harden, I was about to say who would you like? Who like the two guys you'd want on a team in a playoff setting is James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, but I don't know if how true that is.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
have two elite closers on your team, like we've seen how this team is.
Theoretically.
This team is really fun, Pat. Like just watching Donovan Mitchell and Harden like play iso ball. It's beautiful to watch. Like these guys have really deep bags, and it's fun to watch them get into them. But yeah, I think I agree with what you say when you're running that double big lineup out there. And these centers that you're mentioning, I don't know, Pat, maybe you can back me up, but these are kind of undersized guys running that position. And Mobley and Allen are like the complete opposite of that. Like these are true. Or I guess Mobley's maybe more on the 6'11" side, but Jared Allen a legit 7'1", and then Mobley's wingspan makes him a lot taller and long, bigger. So uh, yeah, the Cavs are gonna get a good little tune-up game for round two. That's what I'm predicting.
Yeah.
I got the Cavs winning.
CMB's 6'8" and Scotty Barnes is 6'7".
Yeah,
And they're going to be playing the four, maybe the 4 and the 5. Scotty Barnes might be guarding Donovan Mitchell for the series. We don't know. But I just, like, the Cavs are going to go into the series with a game plan of, all right, if Donovan Mitchell doesn't have a favorable advantage, we'll give the ball to James Harden, and he'll mismatch hunt RJ Barrett. We'll find some way to get RJ Barrett into the matchup. And they're going to be like, wait, this is their normal matchup. We
yeah,
don't have to do anything
yeah,
else to get this matchup. They're just giving it to us right away because it's literally the best thing they have. Like, I think this is gonna be a bad series for Toronto. They might have a game or two where like James Harden just plays like garbage and turns the ball over four times, and that ends up being 8 points in fast break points. But like, I think this is at most a 6-game series if like things go tragically wrong for uh Cleveland.
yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say like five. No,
yeah,
six, probably six.
yeah, they could like, unless, and obviously we were barring injuries, but like they could like sleepwalk their way to a series win
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Um, Houston versus Los Angeles Lakers.
I could see Luca maybe making a return, but I think it'll be too little, too late, and not 100%. I got the Rockets walking things down here and advancing in the next round. I think they kind of have to. or else this season's going to be a huge disappointment. We've seen big steps from Amen Thompson this month. I mean, it's hard because it's March, so you can't really say too much. But like 41 points, 9-7 in the last game that he played. Houston, they got hot at the right time. They won like 7 in a row, 8 in a row, something crazy like that against some pretty good squads. Pat, well, I guess not too many good squads. Just your Knicks and the Suns, and they had a close one against the Warriors with Steph Curry's first game back. Um, I think the shooting woes fixed themselves enough in games where they can get four. I think this could be like a legit 6 game series, especially if Luka comes back. If Luka doesn't come back, this series is pretty much over. LeBron can only do so much, and they're gonna start down like 2-0. So at that point, you're fighting for your life. I know LeBron has come back from 3-1 before, but uh, yeah, I think Bronny James getting has been getting a lot of minutes recently, and that kind of goes to show you what this
Telling.
team has kind of turned into.
This will be the litmus test for, not the litmus test, but this will be the tale that people remember when they describe Kevin Durant's career. If like he handles business here, people will throw him off as like the misunderstood, overhated, like almost generational player. If if this somehow goes to like a sixth or a seventh game, and Durant is like underperforming late in games against like a Marcus Smart primary assignment, like I
Oh,
I can I can see the moment where like they're playing no point guard and Josh Okokie's standing in the corner and they send Luke Kennard to help double and Kevin Durant just like throws the ball off of Marcus Smart's hip and the Lakers get a win out of it and he's staring at Şengün like I can see it happening. I can see it happening and like
manifesting it.
yeah, like this will be a critical turning point in Kevin Durant's like narrative career, I think. And like if they like handle business, it'll be in the positive manner. So, um, they need to handle business, otherwise they literally are like complete frauds, I think. Um, 6 3 seeds, Nuggets and Timberwolves. Uh, I think this is gonna be a somewhat fun series, but Anthony Edwards is not going to be very available in this series. He's dealing with a tough knee injury that sidelines Steph Curry for about 2 months.
Yeah,
It's
and
rough.
Randall's dealing with some hand thing. Um, I think fully healthy, this could be a fun matchup, but I still would give the edge to the Nuggets. Jokic is just playing at an unreal level. Led the league in rebounds and assists. I think first player to ever do that. Um, and Peyton Watson, is he playing? Do we know? Do we know what his Availability is for this series? Jamal Murray is questionable. Like this could be up in air. But I still have the Nuggets winning. Looked good last night against a Spurs team with no Wemby and beat him by 10. And Jokic only played one half, so I'm gonna lean the Nuggets. I think Jokic is too good. Combined with the shooters that they have around him, they're in a good spot to win this game or this series.
Yeah, I'm seeing because everybody played yesterday. I don't think Anthony Edwards played last night. Yeah, he didn't.
But
Uh,
I don't think the Timberwolves started anyone that game.
they only started from their regular rotation Dante DiVincenzo, and he played 7 minutes. This is a great starting lineup. They had Dante, Jalen Clark, Joan Berenger, Joe Ingles, and Terrence Shannon Jr. Who did have 26 points. Shout out to Terrence Shannon. Um, yeah, this I think people are gonna hype it up as a closer series than I think it will be, just because like Minnesota has played them well in the past. But even if Denver's a little banged up with Peyton Watson, Like they'll have Aaron Gordon healthy for like the first time ever, it feels like. Um, and then like they still have Nikola Jokic, and I think that's gonna be enough to, unless like Anthony Edwards is like a magician and suddenly fully healthy. Like I don't think they're gonna have any offense like whatsoever, even though the Nuggets are terrible
You're gonna see a
defensively.
Nas Reed 40-point playoff game for sure.
Yeah, when we inevitably have like a Bones Highland 28-point masterpiece because somebody had to shoot that game for Minnesota in game two. Um, yeah, it's gonna be he's gonna be like victory lapping on the Nuggets for releasing him. I think I have Nuggets pretty strongly here.
Yeah, I'm with you, Pat. Like I said, so far the higher seeds are getting the nods, and maybe it's not fun to predict that first round. But I mean, that's just the only way I see him going.
Yeah, and I guess we are picking Houston as an underdog technically, but
Oh,
it's a
true,
four or
true,
five,
true.
so
Yeah, I
isn't
guess you're giving
real.
them one upset.
Yeah, we are given the well, we are expecting the Hornets to be the eighth seed, but I don't know if that's an
Yeah, we have
upset.
some crazy play-in predictions.
Yeah,
Clip.
and the Clippers winning 2 games. I feel somewhat decent about that. I feel like it will be Suns and Clippers to come out of the play-in, and I think is that the same you have? Yeah.
Uh, yeah, yeah. I'll go Suns Clips.
Okay. And then I guess we have to give a 7-8 prediction. I'm gonna go with Orlando
Yeah,
coming
Orlando
out.
Hornets.
Yeah, that's how I think. Unfortunately, the Thunder will be getting a lottery pick. It's unfair. It's a cruel world.
So hopefully, get the one bust in the draft. Maybe they'll get. No, I'm not gonna say
He was about to shout out Koa P on the draft pre-draft.
that. I guess. Next question.
Okay. Okay. Knicks, Hawks. I think this is going to be the best first round series because I think Atlanta's pretty decent. I would have them at like in a tier with the Cavs and the Hornets as far as like East teams go. I think this is a tough series. I don't think the Hawks are going to be. I don't think they have enough to win it, but I think they have. Like they're going to win games in this series. I think
Yeah, I
plural.
think especially if you get to Atlanta, they'll sneak one in, one or two in Atlanta. And I keep bringing this matchup up. I mean, shit, it's like the Knicks fucking Pistons all over again, right? That's the kind of vibes we get from this series. We saw a great preview of it earlier, like a week or two ago, where to kill Alexander Walker was like the combination of Steph Curry and Jamal Crawford. He was hitting behind the back. Like it was insane. It was insane. He looked great. Jalen Johnson, yeah, there's a lot of things to look at there. Jonathan Kaminga in his first playoff series as like probably actually
Real player.
contributing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been fun to see. This will definitely be one of the more fun matchups. Hopefully, it's not a situation where the Knicks get frustrated super easily, um, and Cat gets frustrated and they don't get him involved or they miss their shots. Otherwise, they should be good. Um, Pat, do we have any comments to Huck Purdy? Not really getting that much playing time. I've been kind of seeing he hasn't been getting playing. Wait,
Wait a
not
second.
not Hawk Purdy. Sorry, Dewara.
Diawara.
Diawara.
See, a lot of Knicks fans hate me for this because Jordan Clarkson was good for us in March, but I still don't see why he would play in the playoffs. At least now that he has been playing, yeah, I guess he has to play, but I don't know. I feel really good about our top eight with our starting five plus Mitch plus Deuce and Shamit. Um, Mo Diawara, like shout out to him, but rookies in the playoffs, it's gonna be shaky, especially for like somebody who like was a second round pick. One thing that does give me some relief is that Karl Anthony Towns' first career, I believe, averages like 28, 14, and 6 against Onyeka Okongwu. So I'm not like clearly there's some type of an advantage there. Um, so I mean that's like the key X factor is how is Karl Anthony Towns going to play, and he's consistently got the best of Okongwu. So I feel decent about it, and like also like the game that we saw on national television was like Jalen Brunson played terrible for the first half. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 36. Like if they couldn't win that game, like how many other things can happen for them that goes right, especially because like they're not a deep team. Like they kind of have 7 players because they like completely reconstructed their team mid-season. So I feel very confident that the Knicks are going to win the series. Hawks will probably pick up a game. I feel good about that though.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I said, I think it's an interesting matchup. It could be really fun. But I do have the Knicks winning, and I think we'll see playoff Brunson come back.
I think so too. Hopefully, I really do hope. This could be bad if he doesn't. We will now, I think, go to the awards section. And I will share this screen. Boom. Present. This was our preseason slideshow that we did. I learned this new trick right here. Oh, wait.
I think about
Okay.
my AJ Green prediction every day.
Okay, I guess I'll have to do that post share, I guess. Okay. So we have the predictions that we made. We'll see how we didn't write them on this slideshow, but I do have them. MVP, who are we giving the most valuable player to for this season?
I guess we'll just go Shea, man. Go ahead, give him the MVP. Is he eligible, Pat?
Age-old question. Uh, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is award eligible. He played 68 games.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go him. I mean, I think the Jokic is very intriguing. Um, but I'm still gonna go Shea. I think he's definitely gonna win it.
I agree. I would go Shea. I think it's honestly a pretty good toss-up between Shea, Wemby, and Jokic. I would say about 45% of my vote goes to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Um, if most improved player, I think we're gonna we just talked about this guy, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, would be my pick.
Yeah,
Is
me
that
too.
yeah? He just had a crazy jump this season. Like some of it was like role increased, but like a lot of it was like he actually did expand his game a ton as a creator. And as somebody who like when I was 15 years old really liked Nickeil Alexander-Walker and thought this was an aspect of his game, uh it's very nice to see this 7 years into his career on his 5th team. Um so shout out to Nickeil. Coach of the year, we kind of talked about it a couple weeks ago. Um, I have Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
I think the fact that he was able to coach like I think the whole Celtics, like they absolutely cooked this year. Salary dumped, flipped those guys into key pieces for their playoff run this year. Got Tatum back, who's looking incredible. Um, yeah, I mean, I the fact alone that he has them as a top 3 seed without Tatum is impressive. Uh, yeah, Missoula.
he's gonna do crazy time in hell for whatever he sold his soul for. It's just insane. I guess we didn't put rookie of the year. Are we giving it to Flag or Conkinibble, and why is it not Will Riley?
Should be Jameer Watkins, really. But Yeah, I'll go Cooper Flag. I think you can't ignore what he's been doing scoring wise. 45 and then 36 on back, or no, 50 and then like 36 on back to back nights as a rookie. It's insane. It's unheard of. so, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and with uh, lean on. Ugh. I'm gonna go with Cooper Flag. Khan put up a great effort. I don't think anyone thought that anyone would even come close to Flag at the beginning of the year. So the fact that he did that is very impressive.
Yeah, so I would honestly let them hoist together. Um, Usually like players will have a pride thing of it, but like I don't know, these guys were like college roommates, so like it can't be that bad. Like I think they would think it's pretty cool. Um, let them do it together. All rookie teams, I would have both of those guys. I would still have Dylan Harper and VJ Edgecombe in my all rookie first team, and then I'm actually undecided on my last spot. So give me your all rookie first team while I
Uh,
find a
uh,
fifth guy. I'll give it to Cedric Howard, actually.
yeah,
He
that's.
had a late season fall
I
off,
think
but like,
Fears might get a nod on like a second or a third. He's been doing some crazy things. Maybe. I
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, those would be my five, though. I think CMB would be on there too, like as like a definite getting on to the all rookie second team for me. Um, yeah, I don't have much more on top of that though. On the rookies, shout out to the rookies. I think this is actually a really good rookie class. Kamon Malawatch finally gotten into some games. I did have him sixth in the class on my board. Everything is actually going to plan because I did write that I didn't think he would be good as a rookie. So
Hey, he
we'll see.
blocked the mess out of his teammate though, Cooper Flag. I don't know if you peeped that. I was
Yeah.
watching that game. Oh, that was sick.
All right. So the biggest that we can go through the superlatives. The biggest X factor, I guess that is like a player who had two very like different possible outcomes that like hit the higher end. Um, if that makes sense. Uh, like they had the biggest variance between their ceiling and floor, and they hit their ceiling. I don't. I'm assuming we had Kawhi as this going into the season. Um, who would we say was the biggest X factor for this regular season?
Hmm. Is it crazy to say Wemby? Um, biggest X factor.
Is it weird to say there kind of wasn't one?
Yeah, I mean, I could. Yeah, I see that route.
Like I don't have a great answer for this. I think Kawhi honestly isn't a bad answer because he stopped the Thunder from getting the fourth overall pick. Definitely changed the landscape of the NBA a little bit here, but I I don't think there was one that really like made a huge impact. Like maybe Jalen Duren taking like a huge leap.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know. This is this is a tough one.
All right.
I'm
I feel good
stumped.
with Duren. The fraud watch player who was the biggest fraud this season.
Um, who is the biggest fraud this season? Jeez, Cam Johnson. Did he right the ship?
He kind of he did have a rough season. I was actually going to go with my preseason pick, which was Paolo Banchero. But Cam
Oh
Johnson
yeah,
isn't bad.
I like Paolo though. That's good.
Oh, Cam
I
Johnson
like
finished the
Paolo.
year shooting 43% from three. Holy.
Oh yeah, damn. I go
Yeah,
Paolo.
he can go
Go.
around. Go Palo. The one-time All-Star, I remember preseason I picked Duren.
That was a great.
It
I
didn't
think he
go the
should have.
way.
Wait, he didn't. Did he not make it?
No, he did, but it didn't go the way I anticipated it going. Like I thought he was gonna get like a fraudulent All-Star appearance. Um,
Yeah, mine was
I
AJ
think the
Green.
guy
Sorry, go ahead.
yours was AJ Green.
Mine was AJ Green, and I felt very confident going in. I thought that was good. It made sense in my head. I was like, wait, why would it not be AJ Green? And yeah, not. It's not AJ Green.
Somebody's gotta shoot threes.
Yeah, that was my guess. I was thinking maybe I don't know. Uh,
Yeah, I think the real answer would be like Norm Powell. I don't think he's ever gonna make an All-Star game again. He made one this season. Uh, like the
yeah,
other first-time All-Stars were like Chet, Denny. I think those guys probably make more All-Star games. The he's their guy player. Is this very clearly Jalen Johnson?
yeah. Two Hawks are gonna end up making the
Uh,
list.
yeah,
Um,
I would go Jalen
two
Johnson for
guys that
this
were kind of running for MVP, or not MVP, but MIP. I feel like both guys were kind of running for MIP, so good to get them both on the thing. Because oh wait, Jalen John. Just ignore what I said. I don't know what I'm talking about. Jalen Johnson, not MIP. That was last year. Um, yeah, I don't even know where this. Yeah, Jalen Johnson. Is that what you
Yeah,
said? Yeah, I like.
yeah.
That's good.
Is there a little bit of LaMelo Ball to this as like, oh wait, he actually is their guy?
Yeah,
Because you had questions about it before, but I actually don't know if I would say he's their guy just yet.
yeah. Let's wait. I mean, I was saying trade Lamelo at the beginning of the season. I think I'm definitely not on that side anymore. But uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like what you said. Jeez, I'm brain farting this segment. Um, but I'm gonna go with what's next. First star to ask out.
This is Trey Young.
Trey Young. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think probably one of the most unexpected ones too. No. Uh, I don't know. I didn't see it happen so early, I guess is what I would say. I saw him not being on the Hawks at the end of the season, potentially, but not this early. Um, so,
Best at the deadline, AD or Jaren Jackson?
yeah, Luke Kennard, um,
Yeah.
biggest impact, Luke Kennard maybe. Uh, Best deadline player to be traded. Yeah, I think like health, like actual playing wise, maybe one of the guys that Cleveland got, James Harden. Um, James Harden could be one. Honestly, just straight up over
Yeah.
AD. I would go James
Mo
Harden. I'm gonna go James.
James Harden because he's actually important to like the playoff landscape this year.
Yeah. Not only that, he came in big, came in clutch for them.
Yeah. The bad vibes only player and like unanimous decision, right?
Yeah. Dylan
For
Brooks,
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Boom. At least probably not the first time in his career he would have been awarded this. Way to go, KD. Add that to the
Making
trophy room.
everyone proud, man.
Yeah. The 65 game threshold guy is like certainly Luka Doncic.
Yeah. He just missed out on it. Um, for sure. Luka Doncic.
The team superlatives, I forgot about these. The biggest playoff fraud, I think it's the Rockets, without a doubt.
Yeah, maybe the Magic. Because like the Rockets have. Yeah, well, we'll go Rockets. We'll go Rockets. There's something there though, Pat. There might be something there that we're just
They're gonna win the first round series, and people are gonna start taking them seriously and like, oh, they can match up well against the Thunder, and then I don't think they are. So yeah, I don't know. The Magic, I could see the Magic a little bit because preseason they definitely were. Compared to where they are now, they're definitely frauds compared to their preseason expectations. Fraud watch coach. I know preseason I put Mike Brown up on fraud watch, and I'd
who's
say for
the
the most
who's the Orlando coach? Mosley?
I thought about Mosley too preseason, but I went with Mike Brown because I picked Paolo for players, so I don't want to pick Mosley and Paolo. But I think Mosley's like certainly gone.
You know what? Okay, never mind. There's oh, is this a new?
Basic,
Can you go back one, Pat, real quick? Could Fraud Watch player be Desmond Bain?
I don't think
No.
so.
Okay, okay. I
No,
was
he had
just
a good
thinking, like,
enough
considering
season.
what he came into the season, he was just so disappointing.
I
But
mean,
he
he's
probably put
still
up good
average.
numbers.
Yeah, he's still averaging efficient 20.
Okay, okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Pat. I was just
Yeah, not
con-
terrible thought.
continue. My apologies.
Uh, Basically, who was the biggest coaching fraud this season, I guess is the way we should interpret it. And I would say, like, Mosley's a good pick. Is Steve Kerr a good pick, or are we going to chalk that up to, like, everything went wrong for
I
them?
think everything went wrong for them. Curry being out for multiple months. I think when Jimmy Butler tore his ACL, is that what he did? Tore it. Whenever he got hurt,
Yeah.
went down with the injury. The season was over. I think that was kind of the consensus. Like they didn't have enough anymore. I mean, it was an uphill battle even with Jimmy, but without him, it just made that so much harder. Yeah,
I'll pick a I'll pick a different one. Nick Nurse. Um, like they got a 30-point per game season from Maxey. Not exactly, but like almost. VJ was instantly playable. Paul George wasn't terrible.
Embiid played.
Embiid played more than last season, and they still didn't make it out the play-in.
Yeah,
That's that's rough.
that
That's rough.
hurts. That does hurt.
The
Maybe Philly
2025
needs just a
Pistons.
better supporting cast. Maybe it's a question for the
Yeah,
offseason. Maybe Oubre isn't cutting it anymore.
rough
You
season in
had
Philly. I
Drummond as an elite 3-point shooter.
For a little bit, like
Yeah. Every
that's
game he'd
rough.
hit 9, or he'd hit 3, get 9 points off of him.
Yeah. The 2025 Pistons for this year, like, and the playing demon, are they both just the Hornets?
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, my Heat pick is not gonna cut it. I think I had the Heat as this preseason,
It's not
but
bad.
everyone knows that I was really just banking on Bam Adebayo to drop 83 or 82,
Yeah.
which if you read between the lines is what I predicted at the start of the season.
And if you think about it, it was a really smart pick because they were guaranteed to be in the play-in.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, the if only you were in the East team, is there one this season?
Like I was thinking maybe Suns, like you'd be a top 5 probably squad. Maybe the Rockets. Those would be my picks, either Suns or Rockets. Because like is this Suns team not better than the Raptors?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
guess
toss
that's
up.
true.
It's a toss up. But I mean, if the
I
Rockets were in the East, I feel like they'd be sitting a lot more pretty.
Yeah, I do kind of. Those Suns are a good pick. I would also consider like even the Spurs, like they would be clear in a way the best team in the East. So like they're still very legitimate in the West, but like I don't know. I don't think there's actually a good answer for this year. Um, How many contenders are there for the no shame tank job?
One, Kings, Pacers, two.
Oh, I guess I may not have. I meant like they should have had more shame than they did. But like no shame thrown towards the Pacers and the Kings. They tried their best. But as in no shame, it's like shameless is what I should have said. The shameless tank job team.
Wizards. Wizards are pretty shameless. The Jazz were pretty. The Jazz.
Did you see the Grizzlies Jazz game the other day?
Was that when there was three triple doubles?
Yeah, do you know who started at center for the Memphis Grizzlies? Jemai Mashak.
Meshack did start at center. That's crazy.
Yeah,
He's a
and he's a guard. Um, he had a
Tennessee
triple
legend.
double. Yeah. Um, definitely am gonna spell his name wrong because it's impossible. Yeah, he's 6'4". He started at center.
Yeah. Okay, maybe the Grizzlies take the cake.
Grizzlies are a good one. They literally there's a rule where you have to have 8 players eligible to like play a game, and I think they listed Taj Gibson as one of the players and he didn't even suit up. So yeah, the worst contract signed. I got a couple of center contenders for this one. Gonna nominate Miles Turner and Jakob Pertl for this one.
I'll go Miles Turner. Shout out Baby Tron. I'm gonna go Miles Turner. Worst contract signed. Just kind of a nothing burger. Like he was. I mean, he was just really bad. And they needed him to be something a lot better than that because I mean the Bucks were so shitty this season. Pacers might have dodged a bullet. Like you end up getting Zubac instead of Miles Turner. I'm taking that 100% of the time. Um, I guess we'll see what happens with Hallie, dude. This is weird, really weird. What's going on with him right now? I'm not even talking about like the weight gain. I'm just talking like the health stuff. Hopefully that gets better way before the season starts, so he can come back being 100% because it's fun to watch him play for sure.
Yeah, prayers for Halliburton. We don't want to see anybody going through that. But I will be watching the Halliburton movie. So
What is that? The Halliburger movie?
yeah, they're making AI trailers for it, which is
Oh, that's amazing.
ridiculous. Burn some water for that. Um, oh, do the standings plus all NBA. Okay. Okay, this is like literally the last slide. Okay. Um, do you have your standings?
100% no.
So I could pull up the video, but that might take a minute for us to do,
Yeah.
like to watch them. I have my standings because I saved them on my phone. I have the video.
Mine's in a notepad somewhere.
Yeah, I have the video pulled up, but it was when we were on playback. So
Yeah.
the video, we also did do a tier list. What is this? Oh, this is like contend. Okay, so we did contenders. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we got rid of our. Oh wait. Okay. I guess it was only 15 minutes for our standings.
Did you cut him?
Let's
15
see. I guess we did standing. No, we didn't do the standings in 5 minutes. There's no way. Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't do it in 5 minutes. Okay. We did it in about an hour. Okay. We're not gonna go through and watch the vid. We'll critique our standings in a video about critiquing our standings.
Okay.
Um, the easy thing to do. I have my standings. I guess I'll take accountability here. We'll start with my East. I had the Cavs as the preseason first seed. I believe you did as well. We'll just go off of memory for yours.
Yeah.
I had them ranged 1 to 3. It's
What did they end
fine.
up?
Ended up as
5,
4. 4.
4, and that was after a really rough start to the season.
Yeah. So, like, -1 on the year. Knicks, I had them ranged 1 to 3. So they finished third. I had them at second. So like that's not bad. Um, the Magic I had third. I ranged them 1 to 4. I'd say with the amount of stuff that went wrong, that's not like terrible because if they were just healthy throughout the season, they would have been the 5 seed. So I don't know. I don't. I think you were higher on the Hawks
Yeah,
than the
and the
Magic.
Hawks like top 3 probably.
Yeah, I know you for sure had the Hawks in the top 4
Yeah. Yeah, I was
with
really
the Magic.
brinking. I'm a big Trey Young guy. What can I say? I was before the season, obviously. Um, but it's unfortunate what happened. I mean, it's a completely different looking team now, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunate.
Number Number 4, I had the Pistons, which I think is a little bit higher than people typically have the Pistons. I ranged them 3 through 8. I wouldn't say I took the dub on that one, but I don't think I did bad.
No, that was pretty good. I can't remember where I had them, so.
I would assume you had them as a top 6 team because we both, or I had the Hawks 5th as well, and I ranged them 3 to 8, and they ended up 6th, so kind of
That
hit the nail on the head there.
nice.
The reason we were off on a lot of people were off on the Pistons, and I think you might have had the Pistons 6, was because people were not out completely on the Bucks. I had them at 6. I did range them 3 through 12, and I think they finished 12th. So, um,
That's a snipe.
that is a snipe, honestly. And like I didn't have them as like a top team. They were 11th, and a lot of that was like, okay, if they have Giannis, they'll probably be a top 4 to 5 seed, like peaking as a 3 seed if like they get breakout years from a bunch of guys. And Giannis wasn't healthy, and now they're a 12 seed. I think you also had a wide range on the Bucks, though.
Yeah. I remember saying that if they have Giannis, they have a chance, which they did not end up having this season. Not a lot of them.
I had Heat 7. I ranged them 5 to 10. They finished 10th. I don't know. Heat are just easy to predict. You put them in the play-in every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Celtics, I had at 8. I ranged them 5 to 13. Is it like how would we rank our evaluation of Celtics preseason? Because I think we were both pretty similar on.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think that they like even if they didn't have Tatum, they'd be in this position pretty much. So I think that just goes to show like hats off to Missoula, man. We didn't think you could do it, but you fucking proved us wrong and some. Which I'm sure that he strives to do every offseason after these predictions come out. This was
Yeah,
definitely shown in the team meetings.
Joe Mazzulla did show our preseason predictions podcast to like he like played it to Neemias Queta during his sleep or during his regeneration in his sleep chamber that Joe Mazzulla like stole from like ET.
Where was Kata playing before the season? Like, what Euro team was he on? Or not Euro? Not like remember the pre?
Euro
Wait,
Cup.
yeah. What for? What country?
What
Like,
country? I think no, not Greece. Skida play. Portugal.
what?
Okay.
Is that
I'm
real?
I that's what Google AI has told me. So
They're fucking
take it
lying.
with a grain of salt.
They're fucking. I should not play on Portugal, bro. There's no way. Who else would be on that team? Keita? That doesn't even sound Portuguese.
Yeah, it sounds French, if anything.
Yeah. Or
Yeah, I don't know.
Sengali. Is Sengali like a French? Is that like a French colony? Not colony, but
The Senegal?
Sengali. I think I just made that up. The Senegal. Is that French?
Yeah, it's West African. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, did they ever have like French occupants? Is what I'm saying. If they
Was this? Oh, I don't know why I said the Senegal. French colony. Okay, it was. Okay,
Hey. All right. Got the name completely wrong, but I got the colony right. We'll take that.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Number 9, I had the Pacers. I did range them 6 to 13. They ended up 14. So I guess that was okay. Like, I don't know. I thought they would be a little bit better.
Yeah. Hey, happens.
There's, darn, I had them 10th. I ranged them 6 to 12. I just missed it, having them at the 5 seed. But if the Hawks didn't throw the last game of the season, though, like the Raptors would have been the 6 seed. So like I feel okay about that. Bulls nailed it. I put them 11. They were 12th. I think we were both in this range on the Bulls. I had them 8 to 12. We knew that they were going to be a team fighting for the 8, 9, or 10 seed, and that's what they were. The Hornets, I had them 12th. I ranged them 8 to 12.
Nice. You snap.
I don't remember what you had the Hornets
I
as
had him at like
preseason.
14. I fucking missed the. Let me remind everyone this was at the height of the beef between Wizards fans and Hornets fans. So I think I had the Wizards at like 12, and the Hornets at 14. Damn, that's fucked. That's so fucked.
And I'll say this, I was a lot higher on you than Conkinipple. So that's
Yeah, you kind of you were the con guy this year. I or not this year, but this off season. You were very big on him, and it worked out.
yeah. Cause pre-lottery you were like, as long as the Wizards end up with the top 5 pick, I'm good. And I was saying like the whole time, I was like, Conkinnipple's gonna go top 5. So like you'll get one of your guys um at the 6th spot too. Um I had 76ers at 13. I ranged them 4 to 13. I don't know. That seems
Four.
so fair. Yeah. This was also when we weren't allowed to talk. So I think I put them at their floor because of that. I don't know. Like nobody was going to get Philly right this season. And then I had the Wizards and the Nets. I think you had Wizards and Hornets, or Nets and Hornets at the
Yeah,
bottom. I did put the Nets as the worst team.
yeah. I mean, pretty expected. They had five of the most interesting rookie picks in last year.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on in Brooklyn.
They like we'll talk about it in the draft cycle that like they desperately need to hit on this pick.
Yeah,
Otherwise it gets pretty bad pretty soon because they don't have their picks going forward for a
yeah.
couple of years. West side of things, we both had Thunder as like a first place lock.
Wow, shocker.
And that hit. I had the Nuggets as the 2 seed, 2 through 4. I think you were Houston first or at second. Um,
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds like me.
yeah. I had Houston at 3. I ranged them 2 through 4. So I don't know. I feel okay about where Houston is. Like they ended up as the 5 seed technically, but it was okay. Houston also, we did it before Van Vliet got hurt. Yeah, and Steven Adams, we were expecting him to play. At 4, I had the Clippers, and I think you were in a similar range on the Clippers as me. And I ranged them 2 to 7. I did have the 7, and it saved me from like the bottom out that we got, but I don't know. Do we think we missed on the Clippers this season? Like Bradley Beal like didn't play at all, and like he was supposed to be a big key of like
And
what our
James
prediction.
Harden got traded.
Yeah, and like James Harden
So
got
Zubac barely played. There's a lot
and
of
they got
things that are
traded.
weird with the Clippers this year. I don't think it's hard to judge yourself on that one, especially when a team is so injured. You know what I mean?
I think we get a C minus on the Clippers.
C minus. I love C
Yeah,
minuses.
yeah, gets it paid. The Timberwolves, I had them fifth, 4 through 6. They ended up sixth. I think you also had the Wolves in the spot, so like we nailed the Wolves. Like they were exactly what we expected them to be. Warriors, I had them 6, range 4 through 10. I was kind of right, kind of wrong. Like I expected Horford to not be terrible and them to be more healthy than they were, but I don't know. I don't think we nailed the Warriors. I think you were a little bit lower on the Warriors and higher on the Lakers than me. And higher on the Spurs than me. I had the Spurs 7 and the Lakers 8. I had the high range for the Spurs as 5th. I definitely missed on the Spurs, like real bad. And if you go back and look at what we said preseason, I think our title for like the preseason Spurs episode was like, the Spurs are like, I'll get the exact video title because I kind of nailed it in the video title and in the preseason episode. Um, for like the absolute optimistic view of what I thought the Spurs could be. Um, Forgot how crazy some of these thumbnails were.
Wait a second, Pat.
Okay. Okay, I found the title. I said the Spurs are a basketball illusion. I think that is not nailing it. Um, I was basic, yeah. I was basically saying that since they have Wembenyama, that team building philosophy might not actually matter, and that was kind of the case. I still, like, I think I said it in the last episode that I don't really think the Spurs supporting cast is all that great. Like, it's fine and it'll get you like through lower end playoff series, but I don't think it's quite good compared to like a Western Conference Finals contender. And yeah, like Wemby, like it doesn't matter behind Wemby. Uh, Mavs preseason, I think we were both in like the play-in range on them. I had them 6 through 11. They underperformed what we thought for them for sure. Uh,
Yeah, was I thought Kyrie was going to come back this year. Thought AD was going to play a little bit more.
if they didn't start the year super terribly, I think we would have been pretty right on them because then they would have brought Kyrie back and they wouldn't have traded Anthony Davis. But those things didn't happen. Nailed Blazers. I had them 6 through 12, range 10. I think you might have been a little bit lower, but I don't know. The Blazers like had a weird season and like they still were the 8th seed this season. Grizzlies. We didn't really foresee them like completely blowing everything up, but we kind of thought more moves were on the line. I think we both had them outside of the play-in. Kings. Thank God I moved them down. Because I know at one point I was thinking about putting them as a play-in team because like their offense was going to be just good enough, but I had them 10 through 14. Thank God. Suns. I missed on the Suns preseason because I thought Jalen Green was going to play because he's like a career Iron Man, and then he didn't play this season.
Your mistake. And little did you know that
Yeah,
Dylan Brooks would have a career resurgence in Phoenix. Or not really a resurgence. Maybe just like a career year offensively is a way I put it.
yeah. Little did I know Jalen Green was only going to play 20 games this season.
Damn, it's fucking crazy. But hey, he's here for the playoffs. Don't you worry.
Oh, just in time to go get the Memphis Grizzlies another top pick. Just in time. The Pelicans, I had them 14th. I don't know where you had the Pelicans, but I think we were kind of in lockstep on them preseason, so I'm going to assume you got them right. And then at the 15th seed, I did have the Jazz, which is what ended up happening. I got 2 exactly right in the Western Conference. I don't think I got a single one exactly right in the East.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to go back and look at mines. But I think I had a lot of misses too. Hopefully my playoff predictions are a lot better. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they will be. Well, we're kind of we've gone over what we did preseason. There's obviously going to be some learning points from this. I actually don't think we did that bad. I think if you do some simple math and say, okay, we were one spot off on this team here and there, that we did pretty good predicting which teams. I think the teams that really got us this year were the Suns. I don't think either of us had the Suns high. The Clippers had the year of hell, and then we were both very non-committal on the Celtics and the Pacers. We didn't say either of them were going to be terrible, but we didn't know for sure that either
Yeah.
of them would be good. So it was really hard for us to rank those teams, and I think we kind of said it in the episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like. Go ahead.
I was gonna say yeah, it's just hard to predict with those teams, especially at the beginning of the year. It's who would have thought the Celtics, were able to have this kind of run? It's so hard to predict, and even just getting the top 5 is hard as you can see because the season is always so unexpected.
Yeah. So real quick, we can go over the Jake Fisher 8 to 12 head coaching turnovers
Mm.
that are expected. We can start and say Mark Dagnall is safe. Mitch Johnson of the Spurs is safe. Dave Adelman of the Nuggets is safe.
Ime
JJ Redick. Who? What?
is Ime safe?
Oh, well, we're gonna get to Ime. JJ Redick safe.
Yeah,
Ime, I think Ime is a little bit of a sitting duck.
I think he's on the hot seat. He's still such a good coach. I think they keep
Yeah,
him, but yeah,
I
he's on the
think it
hot.
depends on how the playoffs go. Chris Finch, I feel secure.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't think he's in in an unstable job spot.
Mm-mm.
Jordan Knott's obviously safe, first year head coach. I think Portland is going to get a new coach, even though I don't think Splitter did bad. I just think that they're going to get a different head coach.
Who was the
Is
guy
that
before him? I was trying to think about this the other day.
Chauncey?
Chauncey Billups. Oh, okay. Thank you. I had a tough time remembering.
So I'm putting it in the meeting chat so we don't lose track of these teams. Portland. Ty Lue, is he safe? Do we think?
Yeah, I think they'll give him a couple more years with this new team. I think he was able to recover pretty well.
I think Ty Lue's safe. Steve Kerr. I've seen a lot of talk about Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr.
Unless Steph leaves, he's going to be staying. Once Steph retires, though, I think you could maybe see him going, and maybe he just retires with Steph.
I mean, maybe they just do it anyway, right? Is he gonna retire or move into the front office?
Yeah,
earlier this month there were some reports that he might retire, is what I kind of was thinking about. Of course, I got a couple shit posts talking about Steve Kerr. Yeah, I don't know.
Where would you be without your shit posts?
I don't know. Kerr is a possibility though. New Orleans, like Borrego's the interim coach. I think New Orleans will get a new head coach. Even
Yeah.
though Borrego did good, like both the turnover guys or the interim guys, I think will get replaced. Dallas, Jason Kidd, like I don't know. I don't think they're gonna fire Jason Kidd, but I wouldn't like I don't think it would be like indefensible if they fired Jason.
Yeah, I think they keep Kidd though.
I think so too. Memphis, like Memphis could get a new coach.
Yeah, I could see Memphis. Especially with like this team kind of going in a new direction. I could see it happen.
Like it's not Islo's fault, but like they could replace him. And like I don't know. It would feel weird after like firing the old coach just to have Islo there, but like I don't know. Sacramento's definitely getting a new head coach. Like there's no way they keep Doug Christie as their head coach. Like he literally like will have Precious Achua guards just for fun.
Or have Prejudice to play.
Well, somehow he was one of their better players. I actually think Will Hardy's good in Utah. I don't think they're gonna replace him. Uh, the Wizards. How do you feel about Brian Keefe? Do
I
you think
don't know.
he's safe?
Yeah, he's safe, but he's on a short leash with me. I don't know if I like him all that much. Yeah. Well, we'll
I
see
think
next year.
I think next year is the first year he could be actually critical. Like Dagnall was with OKC for about 3 years before they turned things around, and Will Dawkins is like from that OKC staff, and I think Brian Keefe came from that like coaching area too. So I think there's a good amount of trust between coach and organization. I don't know. That's my outside read. Carlisle's safe. They just had an All NBA player out for the season. Jordy, I feel pretty safe about.
Yeah, I like Jordy.
Billy Donovan and Doc Rivers, I think, are for sure like gone.
Well, Doc Rivers stepped down.
That's what they tell you. It's the nice way to put it, the Mike Tomlin way to put it.
Yeah.
Spo's if Spo's not safe, I don't.
Yeah, he's good.
Charles Lee's obviously good. Jamal Mosley's as good as gone in
Yeah.
Orlando.
Yeah, just disappointing season, especially with the guys that you just brought in with Desmond Bain. I mean, it might not be 100% his fault because of all the injuries that have been happening there, but still, like you gotta put a better performance out there on the court because the offense is putrid.
And then I agree, Nick Nurse is also probably gone.
Yeah.
And then like we're currently sitting at 7. We could get up to 9 if you count Ty Lue and Steve Kerr.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 8 to 12 number was a little crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's gonna be interesting though. I don't know. We'll see who ends up getting hired, who ends up getting fired. It should make for an interesting off season. Hopefully, we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about.
yeah, we were gonna do awards like all NBA teams and Depoy, but we'll do that next episode. We're already running long on time here, so
Yeah.
we'll do that next time. We'll overreact when like the ballot comes out and like I don't know, like something crazy happens. Like what's the craziest thing that you think could happen on the all NBA team?
Uh, um, I don't really know. I guess just like a player that definitely does not deserve an All NBA, like who's like an All Star type guy. Like I don't know. I can't think of a good example, but maybe one of those guys ends up making an All NBA team, or we see like a very like weird All NBA second team, um, and a weak All NBA first. I don't know about I don't know if there's anything weird I'm predicting. What about you, Pat?
Like maybe like James Harden makes All NBA second team somehow.
Yeah, Donovan. Yeah, hmm.
Yeah, like that, or like I feel like Bam makes All NBA. That would be pretty.
80. Hey,
uh,
if you drop 82, you got to be put on that list. Nah, I don't know. Probably maybe we'll see what happens.
Bam, let's shout out this Bam Adebayo season because this was an awesome center
Didn't he
season.
have like 20 and 10?
He had 20 and 10, first 20 and 10 season I think since Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's surprising.
On this season, he shot 43% from the field as a center. Oh, 44, my fault. Sub 50% effective field goal percentage, which is like for a center, like you would expect them to be close to 60. So that's awesome. And like awesome Bam Adebayo season. Not definitely he's had multiple better seasons in his career. Like this is probably one of his worst. But just the fact that this season most memorable. Like complete garbage for most of the season, even like a good portion of his 80-point game. He wasn't very good. He just got all those shots up, all those free throws. It was quite the game from Mr. Bam. Yeah, anything else you want to wrap up the regular season with?
Been a hell
What
of a
was
year.
your favorite moment from the season?
Mm, Desmond Bain chucking the ball was pretty funny. Um,
The Hornets Pistons fight.
yeah, that was good. There's been a lot of good games too. That were fun to watch. Yeah, I think
Skinny Luca.
Peacock, maybe the presentation on Peacock is the best
I
thing.
like Prime more.
You like Prime? I haven't been watching a lot of Prime games, so I know
I
my
love the
Peacock
Prime
login.
cast.
I do not know my Prime login, so I'm gonna have to hurry up because I think all the playing games are on Prime.
Starting tomorrow. Um, and then Uh, I'm not Clint Capella. That's another great one. Um, I'm glad that we got another inspiring quote from Dominating. So yeah, that'll do it for this one.
Playoff team. I want to see who I play. Who I was gonna play. Is that what you were talking about?
David Peterson just gave a 3-run homer. He's so
That's
good.
what this was, Pat. This was my that was my reaction to it.
Oh, there was. Oh,
Yeah. Nah, he deserves that because bases loaded. He got out of that with 3 strikeouts. Nah, you deserve the nuke, buddy.
anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Next episode will be we already did our first round predictions in this. We'll I don't know. We'll have something in a week.
Maybe we go into the awards more and then maybe give them updated talk. Maybe like guys to watch in the series. I don't know. We'll talk about it off pod.
Yeah, I agree. We'll
Figure out
have
something
something.
good. Yeah.
We'll definitely give the rest of the awards, and then we'll have um, some other stuff to fill up the episode with. So, we'll see you guys then. Peace.